Meet the Danzas as Tony takes you along on his summer vacation to Italy.
All right, we got the Tony Danza clips here, Anthony.
Good stuff.
Oh, my God.
I don't even know if
this
this
could be the worst show on television.
I think you're both wrong, actually. I think it's a good show.
Shut up.
I like the guy. I think he's got pizzazz.
This is what
Pizzazz?
This is what America wants to see on their TV.
He has moxie and spunk.
That's what I'm trying to say.
This is what America wants to see, obviously.
It is?
He was
Another cooking segment.
He was shooting baskets yesterday. He was making
With Frankie Muniz.
he was making meatballs the day before, and he was loading a dishwasher, I believe, on Monday.
Yeah,
So-
if your talk show involves you and a guest seeing who could load a dishwasher faster, please leave.
This is what it's come down to, though. You can't do anything edgy or anything, and so you're stuck watching Tony Danza, fill up a dishwasher.
So nothing can be done except for Tony Danza cooking with that worthless chef. What's his name?
Oh, that dickhead Rocco DeSpirito.
Rocco, the chef Rocco that had that restaurant for the TV show that flopped. Oh, and they all cook together. Tony's helping out. Got his little Tony Danza apron on as he, stir that up a little, Tony. All right, I'm stirring. Ha, 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 ha. And the audience claps at anything like a bunch of sheep.
It's a good show, and I think you guys are being too harsh. I think that his monologues are funny and lighthearted.
Right.
He's enjoyable. I like listening to him.
Oh.
I think you should play some clips to let them speak for themselves.
We noticed something as we watch the show every day. He gets cheap applause breaks.
I don't think they're cheap.
Oh, stop it. He is the king of the cheap applause break. When you say, for some reason, the audience is trained to just clap at any drivel that comes out of this guy's mouth.
The problem is this, what you guys are saying. Like, I listen to the clips as well, and I agree. Like, I agree that they should be applauding when they were applauding. That's why I don't think they're gratuitous. I felt that what he said was worthy of applause.
You are a liar.
I'm
Is
not.
what you are.
Are you trying to get on the Tony Danza show?
Yeah, perhaps that's it. You know something?
You can't
If
even
have
trash
to
Tony
sit there-
Danza?
If you have to sit there and kiss his ass because he might be able to help you out
I
at some
think
point in your
I heard the
career.
applause breaks, and I felt that they were all at a time that I myself would have applauded. This guy has personality, and it comes through when he talks.
Do you guys have the same manager? Let's just put it on the table.
Oh.
No, we don't. I just happen to think that his personality comes through, and that just brings out a nice feeling in people.
So when are you going to be on Tony's show?
I'm not.
You're
I'm
going on the
probably
Tony
not going to be on
Danza
Tony's
show?
show, as his audience is probably not my target audience.
Not your cup of tea.
I just sit back and enjoy.
It's not their brand of humor.
Good point, Ant. Do you get it? She was pregnant, she sneezed, and then there was a lump on the floor. Where you going, folks?
All right, well, here we go. Tony Danza getting cheap applause breaks, Anthony.
Yeah.
Here's the first one.
But I want to congratulate the Boston Red Sox and the Red Sox Nation. I want to congratulate everyone.
There it is. Easy, cheap applause break.
Sometimes when you're the loser, you have to be magnanimous.
If I knew what that meant, it would be even better. Riga.
But I happen
Shut
to
up.
think that the Red Sox fans deserve a little applause, and the fact that Tony's being magnanimous, I like it.
All right, here's another one as he tries to get a cheap applause.
I'm called TiVo Man.
Now,
But anyway,
he's talking about
But anyway,
he's talking about how he TiVos stuff.
where's our applause thing, man? Because we could be, doing this when we're really bombing.
It's like, I need a TiVo. I got to record things, so I'm TiVo Man. And they applauded that.
Hey, guys, I'm eating oatmeal this morning.
No, see, the oatmeal is not funny. TiVo Man was very funny.
Why was TiVo Man funny?
Because, the guy TiVos all the time, he's become like TiVo Man. I mean, I was laughing when I heard that.
Yay.
What the hell is that? That's audio from outside Fenway,
Oh,
it sounds
God.
like. Here's Tony Danza getting another cheap applause.
so I got my tuxedo, and I had it in the bag and everything, and I got dressed, put on my tux, and I felt pretty good, and I went to button my coat as we were leaving. We were late. Went to button my coat.
Wait.
There's no button. No button on my tux. I'm the host. So now this is an emergency. Didn't have a black button.
Right, so what are you going to do?
Well, John was with me, and so I cut one off his suit.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
What? You're a producer.
So watch it.
Cut a button off the suit of the producer.
And he gets an applause break for that.
for that.
Because we can all picture ourselves in that situation. You got a thing to go to. Oh, no, there's not a button on my
I'm
suit.
going to smack you.
You know,
Why?
we really are going to smack you. All right.
Well, I
Well,
relate to Tony. He's like an everyman.
I sewed the button on there. Boom, boom, boom. You should have seen me.
I
yeah.
would love to have seen that.
No, my mother would have been so proud of me. So it's right down, man. I go,
Oh my God! Look, he talks of.
so crazy. I'm in it. Got out.
He talks about how he sewed a button. Now, I listened to the whole break. Believe me, I did my research. I had to sit through this. He talked about how his tux didn't have a button on it, so he had to sew a button on his tuxedo. And he took one from
in
his
his limo,
producer.
as the limo was
in his limo.
moving.
Took one from his producer and sewed it on. And as he's right there, that clip, as he's telling people he sewed a button on himself, they break into applause. What?
You know who deserves applause for saying that? Bob Dole. If Bob Dole says, I sewed a
Right.
button on, then you should clap.
If that little surfer girl in Hawaii that got her arm bitten off by the shark, she tells a little story about how she sewed a button on her little bikini, there you go.
Or if Kobe Bryant says, hey, I had a button, but it got torn off in a rape, you understand how it happens.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, that would make more sense.
That deserves an applause break.
Here's another Tony Danza cheap applause break during his show yesterday.
Oh, how about bad news? You hear the bad news?
Uh-oh.
ABC dropped the Miss America pageant.
Yeah.
All they were doing was crying on the show. They were crying all the time.
Which
the models.
ones? The models
The
were
models were in
crying?
tears. I think it's because they're starving.
Oh my God! What a Rupert Pupkin delivery.
But here's,
I get very cranky when I don't eat.
Oh,
the worst part of that is not even his awful joke. It's his awful assistant, whatever that hole is, who says, what, the models? Who else could he possibly be talking about? You trying to be a straight man twat.
All right, Jimmy's back with us. All right. You scared me for a second there.
Well, I don't want to be so predictable.
and I throw up.
But did you catch that when he's like, yeah, they're why they're so cranky? Or why they're crying all the time? Who, the models?
Yeah.
The model?
This is what they want on TV. What can I tell you? Here's another cheap applause break.
Well, I go to better hotels than you.
All right, he
They're
goes to better
applauding-
hotels than his hole.
They're applauding hotels.
Better
The
hotels.
fact that he gets comped into better hotels.
Yeah, they're applauding the fact that he gets good free stuff.
What are you writing down, Steve? You're jotting vigorously.
Steve?
Jim was asking what the assistant's name is.
Yes.
It's Erica Vitrini from The Apprentice.
Steve C, everyone.
That's funny. What? I think we
Because they're hungry.
I get cranky when I don't eat. Or how about this? You know, they're crying all the time. Who, the models? Yeah, and I'm thinking maybe because they were raped as teenagers.
we're gonna have applause breaks on our show from now on.
We really should.
Why not?
Seems to work.
All right, here's the last
Aww.
Tony Danza applause break for today. We'll bring this back from time to time.
I think every day.
He's doing it every day.
Yeah.
By the way, we have Carolyn and George here
Yes,
next
yes,
week, too.
yes.
Speaking of boardroom.
What?
Wow.
Not quite a cheap applause break. It's one of those, announce the
Just
guest
felt
thing.
like doing that. Why? I don't know. Okay.
But speaking of boardroom, he should be talking about his own audience.
That is a... All right.
Boardroom. B-O-R-E-D, though. Not B-O-A-R-D.
Fantastic.
Oh,
That's funny.
I used to
Oh, my
rape Mary Lou Henner on the set.
Oh, that's Tony.
Danny DeVito's so short he could suck my cock standing up.
Yeah. What? Oh, the music. Is that to end the bit?
My daughter listens to a group called the Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza. Are you aware of this group? Isn't it an honor? He. Can we hear what that sounds like? I think we got to sing. That was good.